welcome back to Nikki Talks Trailers. I'm Nikki Limo, and today we have some trailers to talk. We're talking Wonder, Birth of the Dragon, Death Wish, and Mother. Let's talk these trailers. By now you probably know the links to the full trailers are always in the description for your viewing pleasure if you want to check them out. Highly recommend it. Let's get started. First up we have Wonder. Now this is one of those trailers where they really give us everything in the trailer. We have a kid who doesn't look like the other kids. He has trouble making friends, and then he makes friends despite his appearances. And along the way, he learns a valuable lesson. This movie sends a really powerful message of don't judge anybody by what they look like on the outside. Until they're on the red carpet during the premiere of this movie, and then if they don't look freaking flawless, we will tear them to pieces. It's a huge moneymaker in Hollywood. Gotta build them up so you can tear them down. I'm a little sad they didn't cast a real ugly kid for this movie. Typical Hollywood again. And there's something ironic about having Pretty Woman tell you not to worry about the way you look. It's kind of like having Bill Gates telling you that not having money is no big deal. Next up we have Birth of the Dragon. In this Bruce Lee biopic trailer, we have the world famous Bruce Lee teaching white people how to karate, and this other dude is not okay with that. So he challenges Bruce Lee to a fight, and if Bruce Lee loses, then he can no longer teach. Well gee, I wonder who's gonna win this fight. Bruce Lee or the guy that nobody's heard of? I'm really hoping that this biopic has a scene at a school where a bully like smirks to his friends and says, nobody's ever gonna see a movie starring Bruce Lee, and then everyone like cheers and high fives him and young Bruce Lee looks really sad. I feel like that would add some depth to the story. Also, it's pretty crazy that everyone in this movie looks like Bruce Lee, except for none of the people. Next up we have Death Wish. Bruce Willis becomes a vigilante seeking vengeance after somebody kills his wife. I kind of feel like this is why the slogan, if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself, shouldn't necessarily apply to all situations. I wish this movie was called Batman on a Budget, because gadgets and karate lessons are really expensive. And not to nitpick, but I think he could really benefit from wearing a better outfit. I mean, Punisher at least wore a logo. Bruce Willis is just walking around serving justice in American apparel, and personally, I think he could do better. Lastly, we have our trailer of the week, Mother. In this trailer, we see a couple who gets a few strange visitors, which they then host in their home, and then Javier Bardem turns evil and Jennifer Lawrence screams a lot. As someone who's been in a marriage for 2 months now, I can tell you that Javier and J-Law's biggest problem is called communication. He can't just start a satanic death cult. He has to ask first. You know, I wish I had a bunch of strangers just showing up randomly at my house. At least I would have a house. And I don't know what mothers have to do with this movie yet, but I feel like it's propaganda against mothers, and I am not okay with that. Anyway, this message is for Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't know how you're doing it, looking better and better with age, but I'm gonna find out. And I'm gonna keep it to myself just like you did. You go, girl. Which brings us to my favorite segment, Caption This. I asked you to caption this screenshot from Mother on Twitter, and here's what you said. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Why is that hovercraft here? I finished that movie. Ugh, I thought I got rid of those rats in the basement. When President Snow called for a second Hunger Games, that moment you realize cheat day is tomorrow. Your face when Chris Pratt becomes single after Passengers. I will not volunteer. Nope, not this time. When it's your turn to order in line and you're panicking looking in the menu, still deciding what you want to get. Hi, I'll have the number, does the number 3 have onion? Oh, no, I don't want onion. Scratch that number 3. God? It's me, Margaret. It's a bird. It's a plane. I don't know what flying objects are which. And that's all we have for this week's episode of Nikki Talks Trailers. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes, and also follow me on Twitter at Nikki Limo. I ask you to caption things all the time, and also I just like to say hi to people, you know, like people do in the real life, but online. Anyway, leave me a comment. I'll see you next time.